Hey there, and welcome to Crochet Therapy. I'm Barbara, your host for this episode of Morning Coffee and Crochet, and this is our Maker Monday. And I don't know why I always want to say Whip Wednesday. My mouth just goes right to the whip, but it's not. It's Maker Monday, and I thought we would have a chat about different stitches. Now, if you're like me, you've gotten in a rut. You have found your favorite stitch. What is your favorite stitch? Double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet. You found your favorite stitch, and that's the one that you want to stick with. So let's try and expand our expand our horizons and take a look at a couple different stitches. Now, if there are some stitches that you want to try, I did put out a couple videos, tutorials about different stitches. And this was a couple years ago. And my tutorials were all about that stitch. And I showed how to do quite a few stitches. We'll go into that if you're interested. So in the meantime, come on in, grab your favorite beverage, and let's sit down and let's chat. I'm so excited about today. Okay, I'm not going to lie, it's lukewarm coffee right now. It's not hot. It has already cooled with a little bit of half and half, but I'm going to put it on my warmer, and hopefully this warmer will warm it up for me because, yeah, I need a little bit more warm in my coffee than what I'm receiving right now. Yeah. All right. So, pardon the little wispies. My hair is not quite long enough to put up in a pony, but I was really kind of hot today. So, I went ahead and put it up in a pony already. So, yes, I want to know what's in your cup because I am so nosy like that. So nosy. And why did it do this? Why does it do this every single time I have to redo my little colorway? But that's okay. That's all right. I should know. I should be doing it every single time. It's all right. It's okay. So let's see. If you're here, let me know. Give me a little hey there in the chat so that I know that you're here. And let's talk about, where is that? Here we go. Okay, so I want to know what's in your cup. And then, of course, I want to know what's on your hook. And so right now, I have a couple things on my hook. I have this blanket that I started, and it is with the Premier Puzzle yarn, and it's brown and then pink. And so I'm going to do different rows. I started out with 10 rows of brown, and now I'm doing 15 rows of pink, and then I'll do another 10 rows of brown, and we'll just kind of alternate it that way. And this is in just half double crochet. So for blankets with this Premier Puzzle yarn, half double crochet is my favorite because it gives a nice definition. It is tight enough so that you can't poke your toes through the holes, and but it's got a nice drape to it. It really does. It has a very nice drape, and I am really pleased with the way this puzzle yarn, which is a 5-weight bulky yarn, I'm really pleased with the way this turns out into blankets. I'm really pleased with it. Um, yeah, very, very pretty. So this is on my hook. And with the Premier Puzzle yarn, if you've never seen this before, but if you watch me, then you've seen this before. It is a bulky 5-weight yarn. And this pink right here is colorway Cat's Cradle. And I don't know what the brown is right now, but it's okay. And so yeah. Hey Janice, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Welcome and good morning to you. I hope that you're having a great Monday. Today is April 27th. So this month is almost over. Can you believe it? Next Monday is going to be, let me just verify before I say it, but yes, I was correct. Next Monday is going to be May the 4th. So it's going to be May the 4th be with you day. And which is so fun. And what a fun day. So if you are a Star Wars fan, yeah, it's time, right? It's time to just kind of get your Jedi action going, or your Princess Leia, or Anakin, or whoever is your favorite. Get that going and just enjoy. Enjoy some nostalgia. So we also have coming up on Saturday is the first horse race in the trifecta. And so the first horse race is going to be at Kentucky. It's the Preakness. And so do you watch the Preakness? I'm excited about it. I usually like to, play or turn on the TV and watch all of the pre-race stories about the horses, and I just love the human side of the race. I don't want to just sit and watch the race. I want to know all about the horses, their history, their parentage, their owners, their riders. I want to know all about all of it. And so I don't know about you, but that's what I like to do. And so I'm excited about that. So that is on Saturday. And then, so we've got a couple of fun days coming up in May. All righty. Let's see. Boop, boop, boop. Here we go. Why am I having trouble with this already? Okay. So I want to know what's on your hook, and I want to know what your weather is like. And yeah, so fun. So fun. Let me see. Oh. Okay, so maybe they're not staying with us. Okay, so how many days until Christmas? So let's find out. How many days until Christmas? Let's see. Ta, ta, ta. Here we go. 241 days, 15 hours, and 16 minutes until Christmas. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That is fun. That is too fun. So 241 days until Christmas. So if you are in the market for crocheting gifts and, makes, whatever makes for Christmas presents, then you have 241 days until Christmas Day. Now, of course, you want to be finished well before Christmas Day, so at least 10 days before Christmas Day. So if you're doing the makes, you kind of have about 230 days to get your makes completed. And I need to get on the ball because I have, I had a little ambition and then I lost it. Isn't that the way? Isn't that the way? So 241 days until Christmas Day. And let's see. Hey, good morning, Tanya. Good morning. I'm so glad to see you. So, Tanya, give me a little insight, if you will. Um, so, I just got a text message that says we made it to the Airbnb. Um, does that mean there's no staying at my house or your house? Is that what that means? I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little confused. So, anyway, let's take a look at some. Oh, I have so many things open right now. Let me see. There we go. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. I cleared up some of the. Um, okay. Here we go. 55 types of crochet stitches, patterns with pictures. Okay. So, okay. Here we go. Let's start sharing. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you for the info. I did not know that. I didn't realize that. So, cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. All right. So let's share this screen here. 55 types of crochet stitches. And we are going to, here we go. Okay. So crochet stitches, and we are going to, hey, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay. We are going to go through some crochet stitches that we can try. And basically, if you have the name, just jot the name down if it floats your boat. And yeah, so we have the puff stitch on the left. That's a really pretty stitch. It's fun to make and easy. It does use a lot of yarn, so that is something to keep in mind. And then on the right is the shell stitch. Now I have made a couple blankets using the shell stitch. What a pretty, pretty blanket. I mean, it's kind of like a work of art. Not gonna lie, it's really pretty, really pretty. So then on the left, we have the chevron stitch. And I really enjoy the chevron stitch. So chevron for me is very retro, okay? Because I remember like when I was growing up, the chevron stitch was one that was just gorgeous. And then also the, of course, the granny square. It was like those two, if you had one or both of those in your house, then you were, styling. You were just like really um, on the cusp of like the in style for the time, right? And so, and of course, I grew up in the 70s. I was a child in the 70s. I was a teenager in the 80s. So, yeah, that kind of just gives you the idea. Now, the one on the right, the really pretty lavender, that one is basket weave, and I adore the basket weave stitch. I really do. I I love the way you look at it and you just can't figure out how they, how the maker got the stitches to go like that in the basket weave type format. And obviously, we as crocheters, if we've made the basket weave stitch, we know how we make it work, but it befuddles um, others' minds just to look at it. And so it's fun. It's really, really fun. What would be fun is to, now the stitch itself is gorgeous. So the stitch itself is beautiful. There's nothing that you need to do to it to enhance it or whatever. But if you had a stripe, that would be really cool too. Because then it would be like doing rows on a basket, weaving in and out and then changing the colors. How pretty. How pretty is that? Um, then we have the popcorn stitch on the left side. Now, the popcorn stitch is fun. So fun. And the only trick to the popcorn stitch is you have to do the popcorn part going the same way. Well, you know, kind of like the puff stitch too, because the popcorn wants to go one way. So as you're making the popcorn, it's, it's going to pop out in one direction. So then you do another row of, single crochet, and then you do your popcorn stitch, single crochet in your popcorn stitch. Those are fun to throw in every now and then, wherever, wherever you might want some cute popcorns. Puff stitches are cute thrown in here and there too. And then on the right side, we have the moss stitch. I adore this moss stitch. I adore it so much. Now, of course, the moss stitch, in order for the stitch to be enhanced, you need to do different colors. And yeah, it's so easy. So easy. You're doing a single crochet, a chain one, skip one, single crochet, chain one, skip one. And then you're doing the same thing on each row, only you are going into the chain one space when you do your single crochet on the following rows. So, yeah, that is a favorite of mine. Mhm. So those were just little you know, um, we'll call that the appetizer, okay? So these are basic stitches, the chain stitch, single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half treble crochet. I like that she gives instructions for doing these as well. Treble crochet, and so you see there's like um, five levels of instruction right there on how to do that. And so I really appreciate that. I really do. Um, Aloha kakahiaka, my sweet friend Naomi. How are you? How are you? I'm so glad you're here. Cree, hello. I'm so glad you're here. Yay! Hello, Cree. Hello, Patty. It's good to see you. Hello, aloha. And let me see if I missed anybody. Oh, yeah, Janice at the beginning. That is so fun. Okay, so yeah, so we have, just the basic treble. So let's see what else we can get into because the that was, the basics. So now we have double treble. I am going to let me share. So that is the link to, there we go. Okay. I am going to do something here. Here we go. So this is okay, so I've put it on the screen. That is the web address of where I am right now. This is a good blog. It's blog.treasury.com crochet stitches because she has the instructions for each of these stitches. So this is the double treble crochet. And if you'll see DTR, she gives right next to the name, she gives the initials. It's really great. Really great. So then we have the slip stitch. And so now we have intermediate crochet stitches. This is the shell stitch. Now, of course, here she can't give the quick, instruction on how to do the shell stitch. So there is a link for the crochet shell stitch. So that gives, a little more. And Naomi, look, it's pink, white, and red. So pink and red apparently is a fabulous color duo right now. Pink and red is like the way to go, apparently. Yeah. Here's the V stitch. I like a good V stitch. I made a capelet um, with the V stitch several years ago, and my mom just brought it out of her closet, well, of her drawer. She keeps all of the crochet, in drawers, and she just brought it out, and she's been wearing it because it's cool enough that she needs something for her shoulders, but it's warm enough that she doesn't really want to wear a lot of times a warm sweater. So this is what she's been doing. Um, Here's the popcorn stitch that we talked about up top. And then here's a diamond mesh. Oh my, that is really pretty. That diamond mesh would be really pretty for a market bag. I haven't made a market bag in forever. Mm, yeah. It says it is also popular in layering pieces. So, yeah. Ooh, here's the square mesh. Square mesh is very nice. It creates an open grid fabric and very nice. I really like that. I like it a lot. Naomi says, I am well, just waking up. It was very stormy here, so I was up with the doggy almost all night. Oh, no. I'm so sorry. Yes, our doggos, they get scared, don't they? Yes, they do. All right. So this is the square mesh. That's really nice. The cable stitch. Oh, my Lanta. I did not put that on my year of something new, but I have never crocheted a cable. Wow. That is really lovely. Hmm. I have to think about that. I think I'm putting cable on my list. Yeah, I'm putting cable on my list. Oh, the bobble. I love the bobble. So, it says the bobble crochet stitch is similar to the popcorn, but instead of linking unfinished stitches, you work numerous together in the same place and then close them to create a rounded bobble look. That's awesome. It adds a 3D element to your work. That's, it's kind of cute. Okay, and here's the puff stitch. The puff stitch adds texture and dimension. Um, it entails making a cluster of loops in the same stitch and then connecting them. Nice. The star stitch. Oh, isn't that pretty? Star stitch produces a distinct star-shaped texture. It is also known as spiked cluster or a daisy. And it is made by inserting your hook multiple times into the previous row, which then pulls up a star. Oh, wow. And it says count your stitches careful as each star depends on the previous one. Wow. That's very pretty, though. Very pretty. Oh, look at this one, the spike stitch. Okay, spring is coming. We need to dust off the old the old stitches of winter, and we need to start doing some fun stitches. Look at this spike stitch. I like it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm going to have to put spike stitch on my list too. Yeah, because this is amazing. And I love those colors. Those colors together are really, really pretty. Hey, Michelle, good morning. I'm so glad you're here. Debbie Graybird, hello. I'm so glad you're here too. How are you doing, ladies? It is Monday. Okay, have you ever seen the commercial? It's for Progressive. I know. Um, you know, sometimes those commercials can be annoying, but this one I just like. And she just stands there and goes, "It's a dog park. It's a dog park." And so anyway, it's a Monday. I just pictured myself saying it's a Monday with her gruff voice. Anyway, yeah. Good morning. I'm so glad that you're here. So this spike stitch is definitely on my list. I love this stitch. You know what? I am going to star, let's see, in my favorites bar. Okay, done. I'm adding this blogtreasury.com crochet stitches link to my favorites bar on my computer because this is exactly what I've been looking for. Not only have the name, but a little bit of um, you know, a little bit of a description of it, and then a photo. Spike stitch, definitely for me. Oh, look at this, a cluster stitch. A cluster stitch is a popular technique for creating a group that are worked together. Excuse me. This provides a dense textured fabric. Oh, wow. The basis of granny squares and granny stripes because you're doing 3 together. Yeah. Oh, and look at this. Tapestry stitch is a method for adding color, designs, and crochet patterns to otherwise plain items. Um, you will use a single crochet with the yarn carried underneath the row until it is needed. There you go. Oh, this one is fun. Crochet wave. The crochet wave stitch provides a pattern that resembles rolling waves. I can see that. That is really pretty. That would look really pretty with a blanket on, you know, and different colors. Like those colors are gorgeous together. And they're making me feel like, you know, sherbet, right? Like I want to eat just a little bit of sherbet in the different colors. And because it's just light and fluffy and it's happy. That is a happy stitch. Definitely. Hmm. I love it. And you can see that your stitches are the opposite of the previous row. So in the previous row where you have your high stitches, your trebles, or whatever it is that they're doing right there, on the next row, you're having um, single crochets. So you're keeping it fairly level. And yet, yeah, I really like that stitch. Baby blankets would look so pretty in this stitch. Oh, I love it. I love it. And then here's the classic chevron. Yep. It is the zigzag. And look at those colors. So fun. So fun. I'm into chevron. I'm really into chevron. And I don't have any chevron blankets. Mm, what is wrong with me? I need to make one. I really do. I really do. Okay, and then the granny stripe. Excuse me, I have a frog in my throat and I don't know why. So, yes, I've got a granny stripe blanket right here, and I love the granny stripe. And look at this one with the color changes every row. That is classic right there. I actually like that one as much as I like the one that I made, which I made chunks of colors. But this one, you change the colors every row. I'm into it. Yep, I'm definitely into it. Okay, so this one is textured crochet stitches. This one is the alpine stitch. Okay, now for those of you who watched me over Christmas, before Christmas, I was making little tiny ornaments and big um, big stockings and then little tiny ornamental stockings for the Christmas tree and little beanies and mittens. And they were all using the alpine stitch. And it was so cute. Very cute. The alpine stitch is super easy. Super easy. You are going to love it. You really are. You really are. Ooh, look at this raised rib. Wow. And there's quite a few different raised ribs right there. There's, she's showing 4. Crochet ribbing creates a rib-like appearance, which is similar to a knitted rib. And to make it, you need to work front post double crochets or front post treble crochets across the stitches of the preceding row to make a raised rib. Nice. I like it. I like it. Ooh, the waffle stitch. Ooh, I like the waffle stitch. I really do. It produces a raised square design that resembles the texture of a waffle. Yay! I love it. I like it. I love it. And this one is the diamond stitch. Very pretty. Similar to a waffle, but a more diagonal appearance rather than squares. But it also involves post stitches. And this one is best for intermediate or advanced crocheters and makes beautifully textured blankets. Yeah, intermediate to advanced crochet stitch, definitely. Ooh, what is this? I have to back up and take a look. The crochet seed stitch gives the fabric a pebbled feel. Look at that. I'm loving that. It doesn't require any post stitches. It is accomplished by alternating single and double crochet across the row. Nice. Herringbone. Okay. The crochet herringbone stitch does not require post stitches. Instead, insert your hook into different places in the previous row. It is best made with thicker yarns so the herringbone pattern shows up clearly and you can see where to place your hook. Herringbone fabric is slightly stretchy. And you can see how it goes, the stitches go back and forth, back and forth. All right, now we already talked about the moss stitch, one of my favorites. It's also known as linen or granite stitch. Love it, love it, love it. Oh yeah. Now I do see, okay, so I'm looking at this little, and I do see a little mistake on the right-hand side. 1, 2, 3, the third, the middle red stitch, you can see where it's possible that because see, it looks like the blue does not go into the chain. It looks like she went into the stitch itself. Do you see that on the right-hand side? Okay, so I'm not critiquing. I'm just saying. And maybe she did that on purpose. You never know. But can you see that mistake? Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, crocodile stitch. I have never. Oh, it kept circling. Are you back, Debbie? Okay, so listen, I got my puzzle yarn at Walmart. And I don't pay more than $5.99 for it. They keep it in stock, different colors at your local Walmart. So if you have a couple different Walmarts, you might want to check and see if there's different colors in stock at different stores. You can do the online pickup, and they'll put it in your cart. They'll bring it right out to your car. If you do grocery shopping, they'll put it in your grocery shopping, and they'll bring it right out to you. $5.99. And I love it. I love it. So that's where I'm getting the that's where I'm getting it. Let's see, captions. Let me add this back so that we can continue with that. I have never crocheted the crocodile stitch before. I have to tell you, it has kind of intimidated me, and I honestly didn't know what I would use that stitch for. But I can totally see myself doing that stitch for a cowl, a winter cowl, and changing the colors up each row. And it would be such an interesting piece, honestly, such an interesting piece. I don't think I would want a blanket with that. It feels like it uses a lot of yarn. And oh, here she says, due to all of the overlapping scales, it does use a lot of yarn. So there you go. It is really, really pretty though. She says best for shawls, scarves, blankets and garments. Yes, I would see that. I think a nice cowl would be super fun. Super fun. Okay, so here is the berry stitch. Crochet berry stitch is a highly textured stitch that produces a warm, dense fabric suitable for dishcloths, blankets, and scarves. And crochet berry stitch. Nice. It's pretty. It looks like it has little squares. I like it. Okay, so this is the blanket stitch. It produces a dense fabric that is reversible, great for scarves, blankets, and other crochet projects where you will see both sides, and for blankets with heavy use. Oh, and it says you need to block the edges carefully. Wow, the blanket stitch. Yeah. Okay, and this is the block stitch. It's an easy 2 repeat pattern using single crochet and double crochet, and it makes an attractive pattern for blankets and scarves. You will need to use 2 yarn colors to really make this stitch pop. And here again is the pink and red. I told you, pink and red. I would have never put those together. Ooh, look at this. It's the brick stitch. This is very unique. I really like it. I like it a lot. Wow. That is really, really awesome. It says it's an easy stitch for beginners, and the version pictured uses only single crochet and a spike stitch. Nice. Very nice. Oh, look at this. This one is called the millstone. Millstone stitch creates a brick and mortar like crochet stitch pattern. It uses several stitches, including single crochets and the spike stitch. Wow, I like that. What if you did the single crochet and spike stitch in one color, like let's say black, okay? And then maybe you used a variegated jewel tone for the other, and then you would have like a changing of the colors throughout. Um, and then with the black around it, those colors would just pop almost like a stained glass. That would look so pretty. Oh my gosh, I really like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. Let's see if anybody else has come here. Hey, Miguel. Hello. How are you? Oh, you've made that stitch before. You've made a cowl. Nice. Nice. Oh, Debbie is crocheting this morning cotton coasters for her mom. Nice. And Miguel has done the berry stitch and dishcloths before. Nice texture. Good. You have a crocodile cowl? Okay. All right. Have you sent it yet? I don't think you've sent it yet. Okay. So this is the millstone. I really like it. I think it would look really pretty with different pictures. Oh, now this one is funny to me, okay? Because now I don't want to taint it, but it kind of looks like it's giving the middle finger, okay? Um, it Now it's supposed to be like a bird's footprint, and it's really pretty. It's very pretty. But that's what I think of when I look at it. Like if I gave this to someone, I would feel like I'm giving them the middle finger. And I don't want to do that. But it's really a pretty stitch. Okay, you just have to like turn it the other way. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm being silly. But it is a lark's foot crochet stitch. Very pretty stitch. Sorry for the inappropriate. But that's what I saw as soon as I saw it. Yeah. And you know me. Oh, yeah. Stained glass sounds really nice, doesn't it? Yeah. Okay. And then this one, Sedge Crochet Stitch. It is an attractive repeat pattern that uses single, half double, and double crochet. It is really easy for crocheters of all levels to make textured baby blankets and scarves because they're reversible. And I mean, honestly, most crochet is reversible, right? Yeah. I really like that. And I'm like into those colors. I really like those colors. Really, really pretty. Okay, so let's take a look here. Oh, I know why. I know why. Here we go. Ooh, pretty. Okay, I'm going to share that. That is so pretty. Okay, so here, using the crocodile stitch, I'm going to stop sharing that, and I'm going to share this instead. So this is Naomi's crocodile stitch cowl. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Those colors are so pretty together. I like pink and green together a lot. How pretty is that? Thank you, Naomi. Thank you. Okay, so this is the sedge crochet stitch that we just looked at. Now this is the grit crochet stitch. It's an extremely easy one row repeat pattern that you can use, that you crochet using single and double crochet stitches. So yeah, the grit crochet stitch. Very pretty. Oh, Granny Ripple. Yes, the Granny Ripple stitch. 3D cluster that forms a chevron pattern. I'm into the chevron. And look, Naomi, it's brown and pink. Brown and pink is really pretty together. Oh, yeah. And it is an attractive alternative to the regular granny stripe. Yes, it is. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Here's the Suzette, and it also uses single and double crochet stitches. There's just slight variations. So the Suzette is very pretty, very pretty. And then here's the peacock stitch. This is really pretty. The peacock stitch, this would be really pretty as a curtain, like a curtain on your window, because then you would see the stitches. You can see each column of stitches. I like that. I don't know. Well, it would look really pretty as a capelet also, because you don't have to have anything too defined. And it's going to just, fall from your shoulders. And I think that that would look really pretty. Shawls, wraps, decorative blankets. I would not make it into a blanket. Now, this one is the braided crochet stitch. Uses the extended half double crochet and slip stitches to produce a look similar to that achieved with knitting. Nice. Oh, I've seen this one before, the feather and fan. This makes beautiful lacy scarves and blankets. This is so pretty. It is an intermediate stitch, but how gorgeous. How gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Feather and fan. Love it. Love it. Harlequin crochet stitch. Look like little interlocking diamonds. It's an intermediate stitch, ideal for using several colors of yarn. Oh, and it's saying make sure you plan your color layout in advance. Nice. I could see that. This is good for blankets, cushions, afghans. And I could definitely see this as a cushion, a pillow cover, definitely. Oh, the waistcoat stitch. So I just learned the waistcoat stitch in January. What a learning curve. That really, really tried to kick my patootie. It really did. Waistcoat stitch. Yeah. Looks similar to the stockinette stitch in knitting, a version of single crochet where you insert the hook into the V shape from the row below. Yeah. And then here is primrose crochet stitch. Now that is so pretty. Beginner level stitch with a medium density that you can use for blankets, bags, and clothing. Very pretty. Oh, wow. Look at this. This is the spider stitch. It gives a dense fabric with no holes. You can create this stitch using just single crochet and chains. Since it's slower to crochet, it is best suited for smaller projects such as crochet washcloth patterns. Wow. The spider stitch. Ooh. Oh, here is a pretty one. It's called the rolling wave. Uses increases and decreases to form a ripple style crochet stitch pattern. Makes wave blankets particularly attractive when they have no holes. Really pretty. I like that. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at this. Textured wave. Another version of the wave is called the textured wave. Instead of changing colors, this monochrome design has a high raised texture that looks like rolling waves. Wow. Pretty. We're coming to the end, folks. And this has been really fun looking at all of these stitches. This one is called the even moss stitch. And hey, SRO, it's good to see you. Oh, she wants to know, does anybody have any recommendation for half a skein of fur yarn? I finished a bucket hat and have a half a skein left. Oh, Cree, YouTube keeps kicking you out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So yeah, she wants to know, does anybody have any recommendations for half a skein of fur yarn? She finished a bucket hat and have half a skein left. Ooh, nice. So this is the even moss stitch. If anybody has any recommendations, put it in the comments section. And a half a skein, I'm assuming that maybe you have about 20 to 25 grams of fur stitch. What if you made some fingerless gloves and then you used the fur stitch to go around the wrist as the border around the wrist? That would be pretty. That would be really pretty. Okay, even moss stitch. Beginner crochet stitch with a 1-row repeat. It uses a slip and a half double crochet in alternating patterns. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that one. Oh, look at this one. It's called the Paris crochet stitch, and I've never seen this one. Wow, look at that stitches. They are really pretty. It's an easy one row repeat that uses double crochet and single crochet separated by chains. It is a beautiful textured and lace pattern. It is very pretty, very intricate too. Okay, now this is called the Granny Spike. So remember the one stitch that I said looked like somebody giving the finger? This one is the upside down of that. So this one is better for me. It is the Granny Spike. The third double crochet goes into the row below. Oh, that was the lark's foot stitch. The other one. This is a beautiful way to blend colors. It really is. It really is. I like this and I like the colors. Ooh, arcade crochet stitch creates beautiful lacy arches. It is easy for confident beginners as it only uses chains, single and double crochet. Use it for scarves and summer crochet clothing. All right. It's very pretty. I really like it. Fan and V-stitch. Crochet fan stitch is an attractive pattern, perfect for using scraps of multiple colors. These clusters of 9 double crochet are nested in V stitches. Use this stitch for blankets and beautiful borders. That's really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, so this is the side saddle stitch. Hmm. The side saddle stitch looks a little like its names. The cluster slants side to side in an interlocking pattern. This is an easy crochet stitch that mainly uses double crochet. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. And now we have picot. The picot stitch is most often used on edges and borders and is very simple to work. I like a good picot. I do. And so there we have it, folks, 57 stitches. And we got through it. Yay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. You have Fur of the Moment in wolf color. Oh, wow. You like that side saddle stitch? Yes. I like those stitches. So listen, if you need to find the stitches, this is where it is, blog.treasury.com/crochet dash stitches. And this is where you can find 57 of those stitches. Now, granted, the first few were just basic stitches, chain, single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. They were just the basics, but then they got into some really pretty stitches. And there were several on there that I am definitely going to have to try. This, my friends, is 2026, the year of something new for me. And so this is my year to embrace new stitches. And yeah, it can get a little scary sometimes because, like, you're thinking, ooh, like some of those stitches looked a little intricate, a little bit intricate. but we can do it. We can do it. No reason why we can't. So listen, a couple of the days. This is the National Gummy Bear Day. Are you into gummy bears? I love gummy bears. I love anything fruity and chewy. So gummy bears are right up my alley. Um, I'm a fan. Some of them are a little more chewier than others. I like them both. I just have to know, like, which one do I have my little hands on, because you don't want to choke on a gummy bear. Definitely, definitely. And it's also National Devil Dog Day. Do you remember devil dogs? Do they even have devil dogs? I guess they do. I guess they do. Um, they still have them. Devil dogs. Let me share this so that you can see it. In case you don't know what a devil dog is. Why am I going so slow? What is happening here? Am I locked up? Here we go. National Devil Dog Day. Oh, my Lanta. Okay. I'm going to try and share it. Let's see what happens. Okay. So this is the devil dog. It's chocolate cake with cream filling and chocolate cake on the bottom, but it's got a really distinct flavor, this chocolate cake. Like, the devil dog flavor is like none other. Anyway, yeah, they're really good. And I could eat one right now because today is also National Prime Rib Day. So here we have our snack, the gummy bear. Then we have our prime rib, and then dessert, a devil dog. Oh, my Lanta. Prime rib is delicious. Of course, I don't make prime rib. I might eat it when I go out, but yeah, I don't make prime rib. Today, April 27th, is also National Tell a Story Day. So if you are a storyteller, or if you like telling stories to others, children, adults, teenagers, you like telling stories, today is your day. National Tell a Story Day. I personally like telling stories, and I may have to come up with a story later on and record it for my granddaughters, because they like it when I tell a story, and they're all about telling fun stories, and they'll give me a theme and then I run with it, and they are all about it. They're like fully engaged. So that's what's so fun about it. Today is also National Babe Ruth Day. So Babe Ruth, of course, is a famous baseball player. And let me see, National Babe Ruth Day is baseball fans worldwide honor one of baseball's all-time great players on National Babe Ruth Day. So he was born, oh my Lanta, February 6th, 1895, in Baltimore, Maryland. He was nicknamed the Bambino and the Sultan of SWAT, spending 22 seasons in Major League Baseball. He played for 3 teams from 1914 to 1935. He started out with the Boston Red Sox, and then he went to New York Yankees. And yeah, it doesn't say. Oh, yes. And then he went with the Boston Braves, and that's where he retired. The National Baseball Hall of Fame elected Ruth as one of the first 5 players to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. And so he was, okay. He was diagnosed with cancer in 1946. And a year later, on April 27th, Ruth attended the newly proclaimed Babe Ruth Day and spoke to a crowd of almost 60,000 people at Yankee Stadium. So he died at the age of 53 in 1948. So, oh, my goodness. So, anyway, the great Bambino, Babe Ruth, was one of the first 5 to be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. And so that is our last day of that I'm going to share with you, National Babe Ruth Day. And so, yeah, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And listen, this is the first day of a new week. This is the day that we set the pace for the rest of the week. Unless you're like me and you have no idea what day it is. And then you can set the pace for the week any day you want because you have no idea what day it is. Oh, my Lanta. So today is Monday, April 27th, and May is coming. May is coming. And that means that my next foray into a new stitch is on its way. So for my friends, I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day and stay safe, be kind, and get hooking. And much love to everyone. And I will see you